Hey, good afternoon. I just had to come back. Had to take a phone call. Let me turn my phone up, make sure everything cool. Yeah, everybody having fun today. They out here barbecuing. They out here listening to music, everything. It's going down. Glad everybody enjoying themselves, man. You know what I mean? My thing is this. I'm going back to reflect on my previous live video. Now, what I was explaining about having the opposite sex as a best friend, whether it's male or female, a guy having a woman as a best friend, or a woman having a guy as a best friend. It's like this, man. Like, the reason why I said what I said is because I had an experience, and I'll just put it like this, of a woman who had a male best friend and was in a relationship, and both ended up in the hospital on the same day, but it wasn't even related. Okay, so what happened was she was trying to finagle between the two on who, both was critical situations and stuff like that. I'm not going to say too much about it. And how I know about this is because when I spoke to my friend about the whole situation, he let me know how it made him feel. You understand what I'm saying? The guy, he had a girlfriend and everything and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But the guy's girlfriend didn't like the fact that he had this woman as a female best friend. This is what I was trying to get to. Now, the reason why I say this is because, see, a lot of time has been invested. A lot of emotional support has been invested. What else can I say? Spending time together, quality time. Little do you know, that's intimacy. People get used to that. They grow accustomed to it, and then they start to expect it, and then it becomes a habit, becomes a habitual thing. Now, there are some relationships that may last, throughout the duration of the time that, these people are together, mingling, a woman may have a best friend as a man, and her new boyfriend, she may sit down and talk to him about, listen, this is what my life is like. But see, right then and there, you putting it on the table of that you want this person and you want that person too. I know people who cut off their own family members, just to have a successful relationship in their marriage. I've seen this happen where people literally cut their own blood off because they were interfering with their relationship. They always had something negative to say about their relationship. However, a person that's no relation to them can manage to stick around. See, there's a lot of shit that goes on behind closed doors. And there's nothing for a person to really think too much into. It's about knowing, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're willing to go through. Some people can't hack the truth, especially if it's coming from a man and it's, something that's being opinionated on a woman. That's how some may take it. But no, what I'm saying is this: if you put your life aside, put your feelings aside, because you don't know me, you don't know what I'm going through, you don't know what I have been through. Like I said, for me as a man, I let all my baggage go because I don't need to carry any baggage with me. I don't need to be bringing any negativity into my relationship or to allow it to remain dormant in my life. That's not how you grow. You remain stagnant and you will never get anywhere. You have friends that will intentionally hold you back from being successful, whether it's to better yourself, whether it's to find a new relationship, whether it's in regards to you moving on with your life. People will interfere with that because they're jealous. And that's the thing. They're just jealous. You have some people that's selfish. They want their cake and eat it too. Now, as I was saying, the guy ended up in the hospital because he had a health issue. But it was very serious because, he could pass away if he don't get the proper treatment. The other guy, in return, which I understand, he was hit by a car. He wasn't shot at nothing, but he got hit by a car because he wasn't paying attention. The driver wasn't paying attention. The driver was actually drunk. So he ends up getting hit. You know, he had a broken leg and some, you know, broken ribs and stuff like that, and a fractured shoulder, which he, you know, it wasn't that critical for him. However, though, her fiance, though, this is what I'm trying to address. I mean, once you say that you will marry somebody, right? You know, you go to the altar, you say, this is my man, my best friend, this is my everything. You know, you don't want to put yourself at a conflict with that. And you mention something like that, and your significant other looking at you like, yeah, all this shit I had to go through, man. You know what I'm saying? With you dealing with that dude, or the woman can say the same thing. All this shit I've been through, man, with you having that woman, man, in your life, and all this, that, and the third, and then she finally admitted that she had feelings for you. Like, these are the possibilities, but this, you know, isn't something that necessarily is a deal breaker for someone who's willing to accept it. Like I said, most men who have female best friends, they will go ahead and say, yeah, I don't care, I got female best friends too. But for a man who's keeping his life a certain type of way, or for a woman that's keeping and maintaining their life a certain way because they are aware of what could possibly happen with opposite sex. You can say, oh, well, you know, I know my homeboy, I know this about my homegirl, I know that. Yeah, but you know everything about that person. When are you going to take the time to know everything about your significant other, your fiance, your soon-to-be husband or wife? See, some people will be distractions in your life, man. And those are one of the cases. You have women who have female best friends who, you know, try to interfere in their new relationship because they're not happy or shit's not going right for them or they single. Everything happens for a reason. And this is something that you have to understand. A man or a woman shouldn't have to feel they have to compete. Like I said, it's not about the insecurity, but it's about the other person making sure that that other person feels secure in their position in your life. You know, no man don't want to compete with, you know what I'm saying, in regards to his woman. You know what I'm saying? Most women 9 times out of 10, and most men 9 times out of 10, the moment you have a problem with your significant other, your spouse, your boyfriend, your new boo, whatever, you're going to run to that same motherfucker. That same best friend as a guy, that same best friend as a girl, or whatever, instead of talking to your partner about what's really going on. Because that best friend shit is an ace in the hole. That's a just in case card. That is what we call a backup. See, as long as you have this male best friend, or this woman best friend if you're a guy, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to talk it out with your significant other. You rather go run to the person who you feel comfortable talking to. And this is the whole issue that y'all aren't understanding. Like, your communication skills will be worthless with your significant other if you run and talk to your significant, your opposite sex best friend. That's how it goes. 9 times out of 10, if a woman has a male best friend and she gets into it with her dude because of her actions, she's not taking accountability. Oso! That's my boy Oso Canoso, boy. We go back. Ooh-wop, boy. Ooh-wop days. But listen, what I'm saying is this. Your communication will be strained. Because you may not feel comfortable talking to your new significant other because you don't want to be judged, or you feel as if, okay, it's going to get worse, or we're going to fall apart, or whatever the case is. But see, you're willing to chance that talking to somebody else that has nothing to do with your conversation, that has nothing to do with your relationship. Thank you, Sunshine. The reason why I say thank you is because, see, you understand as a woman the possibilities and the potentials that can happen in regards to the opposite sex. It hinders a lot of our relationships and our marriages, and people aren't taking accountability for it. Instead of saying, hey, you know what, king or queen, this is how you made me feel when you done this. Well, when you said this, this is how it made me feel, so this is why I reacted. You have to give each other closure on your problems and situations that you have with that one-on-one time. You can't say, well, fuck talking to him, let me go see my homeboy thing. Because my homeboy, every time he tell me something, every time he tell me something, every time he tell me something, every time he tell me something. And that's what happens. Same thing, man. Men do it too, but it's very rare that a man to do it. If we have a woman, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10, it's because that's our ace in the hole. I'm just telling you right now. Because there's something special about that woman that we want to keep. And I'm aware of that as a man, so I stay away from that. I only allow myself to be attracted to a woman's mentality, how she carries herself, how she treats herself, how she treats me. That's what makes it different for me. You know, I don't care about how you shape. I don't care about what you have. I don't care about what you look like. This is the thing, because I don't need nothing from a woman that I can't do, or you know what I'm saying, for myself. It's different for a man that's focused on, like, you know what I'm saying, his priorities. It's totally different. It's a different ballgame. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been trying to educate a lot of people on this whole topic, because I guarantee you right now, if I had a girlfriend right now and she watched my live, the first thing she'd do, she won't say nothing to me. She'd be like, hey, guess what? My boyfriend, he on that shit again. She would go take sides with him instantly, because she agrees more with keeping him rather than just being with me, rather than just talking with me, rather than just loving me, rather than just focusing on me. It should be no reason because somebody else got fucked up. I asked you to marry me. You say yes as my wife. You're going to be my wife. So you letting me know right now how much or how far you're willing to go pertaining to your devotion and or loyalty. And that's a problem. That's a big fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? That's a big problem. If you're going to be focused and loyal to your man, be focused and loyal to your man. Whatever happens to somebody else, they got family and friends that can check on them. But right now, you standing by your man's side. That's how it should be. Unless your homeboy paying your bills. Unless your homeboy loving you. Unless he's sexing you down. Unless he's holding you down. Unless he's being a stepfather to your kids. Putting money in your pocket. Putting food on the table. Providing for you and your kids. Or if you don't have kids, providing for you, helping you out. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a boyfriend. That's a man. That is your man. You just didn't label or classify it as a relationship. Man, come on, man. You have to get real. A lot of people move around because they needy, or because they refuse to do the things for themselves because they have other people that'll do the shit for them and make it easier for them. So the less you have to do, the more you'll care about that person because they got you. They got you, right? They're going to hold you down. So why would you need a man? Or if it's a man in a position having a woman best friend, why would you need another woman? See that, and that's how it stagnates you. It takes away your desire to want someone for yourself so you can grow old with love and you won't have to die alone or have a cat or a dog or a ferret or a hamster or a Komodo dragon or something. People use things to replace things they don't have. A lot of people get animals or whatever the case is because they don't have a social life. They don't have a love life. So they need something to pour love into so they can get that back. I don't think y'all listening. But as I said, man, when you have that opposite sex best friend, man, pay attention to who life you are impacting as well. It's not about you all the time. Yes, that's your life. But now you're intermingling with someone else's life. Now it's time for boundaries. Either you're going to respect them or you're not. Who you going to talk to if you got a problem with your dude? You going to talk to your dude about the shit so y'all can get better, or you going to run and talk to your homeboy? What you going to do if you get into an argument with your girl, man? What you going to do? Talk to your homegirl about it? Or you going to talk to your wifey? See, this is what I'm not understanding. If you have a man that's doing his job, that's providing for you, taking care of you, keeping your mind right and everything, why the fuck would you run to another dude? Why would you need another man like that anyways in your life if you have a man that's doing what he's supposed to be doing? That's greed. That's greed on both ends. If you have a woman that's doing her job, that's holding you down, providing for you, nourishing you, you know what I'm saying, keeping your mind right and everything, keeping you elevated, keeping you stable, you know what I'm saying? Why would you run to another woman? What do you need another woman for as a best friend? When you walk down that altar, when you go down that aisle, it's you and that person against the world. It's not you, that person, and 2 or 3 other people. How the fuck you gonna have more than one best? I thought a best friend was plural. I mean singular, not plural. A best friend. I never knew you can have 5 or 6 best friends. Who has 5 or 6 best friends? Who has 2 best friends? I never heard of a woman say, girl, I got 2 best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my homegirl, we close. But yo, Shonda, that's my bitch right there. That's my best friend. Everybody else come after her. They're just somewhat of associates, or we just a little bit closer. But that girl right there, that's my bitch. Come on, man. Get your mind right. Stop having a double standard. You can have one homegirl as your best friend, but you can't have a man. One man as your best friend, which is your man. Same thing, fellas. Same exact same thing. And that applies to us too. This world today is based on expectations, standards, double standards, and habitual patterns. And all that equates to negativity. All that equates to problems, issues, sadness, loneliness. Do you get where I'm coming from? Because I guarantee you, is 1 out of 10 punk ass dudes, man, accept that whole scenario. You keeping that man as your best friend. I'm telling you right now, you and that dude, I'm telling you right now, that man will always be the first person she run to instead of you, dude. And I'm telling you, and vice versa, women, that guy, he's going to run to her first. You have to have it in your life when someone comes to you, you are their priority, you are their number one, and you are their problem solver. You know what I'm saying? You don't need nobody telling you how to conduct your life and your relationship on the outside looking in. You and your man, y'all know what's going on. You know what the fuck you did as a woman. You know what the fuck you did as a man. So why not take the accountability and say, you know what? I got to cut him loose. You know what? Yeah, I got to cut her loose because I'm missing out on my husband. I'm missing out on my wives. I can't keep a relationship past 6 months, 3 months. Every time I turn around because I have this best friend, I'm losing everybody. You the one that's crazy. It's not them. It's you. So when I say things, man, I don't make shit up. I don't have time. I got my clothing line that I'm working on, my website. I also have my book that I'm going to meet with Hollywood next month in Las Vegas. I have 2 YouTube channels as well, man. Like, I am too busy to sit back and have a woman in my life that's going to be focused on another man when I ain't around. That's a dangerous thing. Just like social media, how people are addicted to social media. They cannot live without it until they've been introduced to it. That's just how it goes. When you have a person, you're dealing with a person that have a life, their life is going to be their priority. They're not going to be too concerned about what the fuck you trying to have on the side. Because that's not what matters to them the most. What matters to them is their life and how they're going to turn out interacting or being involved with another motherfucker. That's what they're concerned about. How my life is going to be now that I allow someone else in it. It shouldn't be too complicated or difficult because life is serious, man. You only have one life to live. You're going to have one motherfucking relationship at a time and be loyal and devoted and dedicated to that one relationship. There's no plural in this. Relationship only involves 2 people. A friendship involves many. It's many people out there. But are they happy with the person they with? And trying to maintain and conduct a social life, man. You have to be careful how you do things. You can't just be in a person's life and say, oh, well, this is what they're going to deal with because this is how I am. Nobody has to accept you for who you are because there's other people that fit the motherfucking script. You understand what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Like, there may be 1 or 2 women that's watching my live that says, nah, you know, I got a male best friend. But it could be 10 women watching. The other 8 says, listen, shit, girl, that didn't work out good for me. Yeah, you got a male best friend, but do you have a man? Are you engaged? Are you married? Don't sit there and tell me you're married with a male best friend. Because if your husband allowed that, he's a punk-ass motherfucker for doing that. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's a simp and he's a beta male. Alpha males are territorial. Only one man is going to rule his kingdom. That is the bottom line, period. And I'm an alpha male. It's not about expectations or what the fuck I feel a woman should be, bottom down. No, do your motherfucking role as my woman. I'm doing my role as your man, providing, giving you what you want. You give me what I want. And that's just how it goes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're not going to be dibbling and dabbling and having your cake and eat it too. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk. This is going to be a contract. And you violate the contract, then it's over. You're fired. Simple as that. I don't have to deal with it. I don't. For me, I don't. And that's just the bottom line. Right, Tiff? Tiffany, like, I knew Tiffany for, since 1996, right? I knew Tiffany for 25 years. I only known that woman to be with one man. And God rest his soul, Papa. You know what I'm saying? It been over 18 years since, you know, it's going on 18 years. Yeah, it's going on 18 years for Papa that he been deceased and everything. So what I'm saying is this, man. You have to understand the person's life that you're entering into. You have to know them and understand them on a one-on-one basis, not half on one-on-one, because now you're trying to take on the role of maintaining and conducting 2 intimate relationships. 2 plural intimate relationships. One person is in relationship with 2 people. But that man is in a relationship with you by himself. But you got somebody else on the side that you can call your second man, your man best friend. Same thing with guys. You got to cut that shit out. See, I'm not a simp or a beta male. I'm not a sucker. I don't care how you feel about me. I don't care what you think. If you can't accept the truth, then you have an issue. You need to seek counseling. You need help. You need to see a psychotherapist, because there is no rationale in this whole thing. And I don't care what anyone says. It's all beneficial. It is all beneficial, because if that male best friend couldn't help you, if he couldn't save you, if he couldn't help you with your emotional needs or support, would he be your male best friend? First thing you'll say is, oh no, fuck him, I can't talk to him about nothing. See, what's the point of me having him as a friend? He don't do nothing for me. And I said, you got to sit there and think about it. Is it beneficial or not? Keep it 100 with yourself. Is it beneficial to you or not? Would you rather be married or keep a best friend? Would you rather have a fiance and a husband and be a wife, or have a male best friend forever and be single? Because that's exactly what you're doing to yourself. And I don't care how many women hop out here and tell me, oh, you know, I sat down and I talked to such and such. Yeah, but I guarantee you, you had to do a lot of convincing. And deep down inside, you knew you was wrong. And deep down inside, you was hoping and wishing, I hope he go for it. I hope he go for it, because if he do, that'd be great for me. And men do it too. And this is where I be coming from. This is why I am the way I am. Right now, if me and my girl get into it, guess what? She over his house, probably in his laps and his arms between his legs. And I say that because I literally meant that, topping them off or something. You understand what I'm saying? Not all women are like that, but it's a strong motherfucking possibility that you and that homeboy did something or almost did something because of how you really feel about each other, but you're using a friend card to hide the shit. It's not going to happen, man. Not every man, not every woman is going to be vulnerable. Well, not vulnerable, excuse me, naive or gullible or desperate to fall for your cry for beneficial statuses. I don't care about you having a male best friend. I don't care what the hell you and him gone through. This is a new thing for me and you now. This is where we are starting off at in life. Whatever relationship you have with somebody else, that's none of my concern. But how could you focus on your man if you're trying to keep the reservation of another man deep down inside in your mind? For what? Why would you do that? Same thing with the fellas doing this with the ladies. Why would you do that? What's the whole point in saying, okay, I got a new man, so let me tell my man about my male best friend? Why is your male best friend a priority versus you saying, okay, I got a new man, where the fuck we going to go for this longevity? Oh, I got a new man, you know what I'm saying? Are we going to get engaged and married within 6 months to a year? Am I finally going to be happy with someone? See, ladies and men, y'all don't know nothing about making a sacrifice. See, a sacrifice is something that you know you want to keep. It's not really a necessity to you, but it's beneficial, but you rather have it because it makes you feel better. Learn how to utilize your sacrifice. Learn how to utilize your sacrifice. Because that's the only way you're going to have anything in life, if you understand what the fuck a sacrifice is. And people give up stuff every day to have something else in life. It's a trade-off. Do you know anything about compromising? Are you willing to compromise? Are you willing to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? He's right. I've experienced it, but see, you rather turn a blind eye because you don't have a man, you're still getting odds and tidbits from this other guy. That's what it is. You're still getting emotional support. You're probably still getting sexually stimulated by talking to this man, hearing his voice, or however he puts something on your mind. You're attracted to his knowledge, his intellect, all types of shit. You're not understanding what you're doing to yourself. But yet and still, he's able to sleep with any woman that he's want. But he still manages to keep you around. What man should have that type of power over my woman? What woman should have that type of power over your man? But see, ladies, if I put it in your favor, you know what I'm saying, men is wrong for having women as best friends. Y'all be all over my posts. Y'all be loving me. Y'all be mad hearts and everything. What up, bro? Now, you good? Ooh. But see, you don't want to hear that, dude. You don't want to hear that because it's not beneficial for you to hear that. But see, now that I open my mouth, you got to face the truth. Reality done set in. You don't like it now. Oh, fuck that. What he said is bullshit. But when I turned around, you could think back in your mind when you had a man that had a woman best friend and they fucked around and cheated or whatever, and somehow she had a baby by him. Oh, but you could understand that. But you can't do nothing to prevent those things from happening with you and your new significant other, though. You can't do nothing to prevent what already has happened to you when your male best friend had a woman for a female, you know what I'm saying, for a best friend. You don't want to hear that, though. And that's the problem. Understand the truth and take accountability for what it really is worth. It's an act of selfishness. And I don't care what anyone says. If I can't have all of my woman, I don't want her. It's just that simple. If I can't have all of you, I don't want you. If you can't be devoted to me, you can't be loyal, you can't handle your wifely or duties as a fiance, becoming a wife, which is, you know, catering to me, loving me, nurturing me, like I'm providing for you, I'm doing all this good shit. There's no such thing as, you know, fuck that, you know, I don't gotta do nothing for a man. I work, I do this, but every night you laying down, you lonelier than a motherfucker. You want something between your thighs, or you want something licking on your shit. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm just keep it 100, man. We need each other. A man needs a woman and a woman needs a man. What I said at this point, right now, because I'm focused, I feel I don't need a woman right now. Because what I look at and what I see is all distractions. There's no more real out here like that. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to beat my brain up and try to convince a woman to be right for me. If you don't have it in you, you just don't have it in you. The fuck I'm gonna beat myself, you know what I'm saying, in the head for? What I'm gonna beat a horse with a dead horse with a stick for? You understand what I'm saying? A lot of women don't like me because I can't be manipulated, used, or taken advantage of. And I'm not talking to the good women out there. I'm talking to the ones who know they go digging. They call themselves, you know, they want a successful man. They want stability. But yet, what is your life like? What did you have to offer to this man? What you bring it to the table? See, most men won't ask you that because all they're going to do is fuck you and have you on your back, see? But see, I have a real interest. What? No. See, you inboxing me. I know I'm straight. My kid's grown. I can hop up and go vacation, do whatever I want whenever I get ready. So what did you bring into me? Why should I take you? That's where I'm at. I don't care. I don't got to look the part or nothing like that. But like I said, a man could be ugly, but his money make him look good. A man can look ugly, but his money can make him look just that much better. That's all I'm saying. And it's just the whole fact. So dude could be ugly. You can see him with a badass broad. But you see why? He's doing something right. She's not worrying about what a man can do for her. She's a real woman. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be with that man, and they're going to deal with whatever they got to deal with together. She's not concerned about what her friends think. She's not concerned about what anybody's saying about her being with him because, oh, he look versatile. Women are supposed to be the attractive ones anyway. Women are supposed to be the attractive ones in a relationship. But standards, oh girl, if he don't look like this, if he ain't that tall, or if he don't have this. See, that's why, and y'all want to talk about me being single, that's why, no, listen. I'm single because of y'all. Well, I ain't gonna blame it on y'all. I'm single because I'm not willing to deal with this whole modern day bullshit. And I don't care how you feel, what you have to say. I don't care. I'm not looking for you. I don't care about you. I mean, yeah, we friends and stuff like that. That's cool. I can care for you that way. But what I'm saying is your world, you don't make my world go round. You can't do nothing for me that I can already do for myself, is what I'm saying. I can satisfy myself. I can please myself. I can keep myself happy like I've been doing. Whatever the case is. So what could you do for me better than I could do for myself? And that's what it boils down to. See, men like me, we don't play that shit. We don't take that shit. We don't have to. You know what I'm saying? We have the options. We choose who our wives be. Not you. You don't have that power. We do. We making the money. Yeah, you could be making money too, but we don't care about your money. You know what I'm saying? Women are after what men have, regardless of what they have or don't have. Not all of them, but most. Could you accept that? Can you accept that? Would you date a man because he don't have a car? Would you date a man, he do have a 9 to 5, but he's making $12 an hour and he's catching the bus? Would you still date that man? You got 2 kids, 3 kids, you may be working, you know what I'm saying? You got a car and everything, you got a job, but you're getting $14 an hour. But you still won't date him. So this is why I have my attitude the way it is now. Because when I was building and women looked at me as being fucked up, I had quite a few women that still say, hey, listen, I see that you're a good dude. You're smart, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You have potential. See, and that's the thing. If you don't see that a man have potential, what is potential? For a woman to see in a man, what? I could see that he could do something that I feel he can do to keep our money right so we can keep up with the Joneses. I mean, you have to think about who y'all be fucking with. You have to, but y'all don't think about that. Y'all want what y'all see on TV. Y'all see what y'all want to have what Rihanna have, what Beyonce have, what Jay-Z have, what Future have, what Oprah Winfrey have. I mean, it's never about your life. A lot of people go above their means and they don't even think about it. A lot of people go above their means, they don't even think about it. A lot of people is actually after people they don't even qualify for. But now when a man is in a good position, he's wrong for having standards, though. He's wrong for saying, I'm not going to accept this anymore because when I was like this, no one fucked with me or gave me a chance. So now that I'm here now, this is how I'm going to be now. But y'all don't want to accept that. A man is wrong for that. He's wrong for going outside his race when his own women wouldn't fuck with him because of the standards she had in her mind against him, and he was less than a man. But nobody don't want to talk about that. The society in America, to me, has protected women too long. Women get help with their housing and all that shit, especially if they got kids, they can get food stamps, they can get Section 8. Men, they put us through a whole bunch of shit before we can even get a fucking handout. See, we have to get our shit from the mud. We got to put our life on the line. Whether it's growing hair, starting businesses, selling drugs, doing whatever it takes for us to stay afloat. That's the shit that we got to deal with. That's the shit we have to go through. Those are the choices that we have to make. But none of y'all is willing to deal with that shit with us, though. Y'all want us to already be established. You already want us to be stable. You don't want to build with a dude. Some do. I'm not talking to those. It's very few that will, though, because they're looking at their homegirls, how their lives are, what they dudes is doing for them, and what they men have, how they living. So they're concerned about that. So they don't want to, get with a dude and get it out the mud. They don't want to do that, though. And this is why I talk to y'all, man, because y'all have to understand, man, that this is not a one-sided world, but y'all making it that way because of how y'all treating us and how y'all making us feel, though. A black woman belongs to a black man. Bottom line, I don't care how you put it. Look what they done to us throughout the history of time. And yet and still we got some type of division, not only due to our color, but finances, though. Materialism, houses and cars and shit like that, though. What it look like, how old or how new it is, though. Are you serious? This is what y'all doing to us. But then you get an attitude when we say, if you got a man best friend, we're not going to accept that. That's one thing. That's one thing. We just asking to be respected. We asking to be devoted to, and for us to have some type of loyalty. Who's loyal to a black man? Like out in society, if it's not another person, and if it's not himself, who's loyal to that black man? You think about that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of us black men, we out here by ourselves if it wasn't for certain people. Understanding what the fuck we going through. I mean, women, y'all got it too. Y'all got it bad. Y'all get discriminated against for jobs. But are y'all discriminated against by men like that? So you can have 4 or 5 kids, have a bad body and everything, walk out the house looking good and everything. You can come up. You know what I'm saying? Dude be like, oh no, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? She bad. I won't wife for her nothing. But we can do whatever. That's just how it is, man. Y'all have to really start and think, man, with the, the stuff y'all do, how it affects us. When we come to y'all, we meet y'all, we talk to y'all and say, hey, listen, this is what it is. Oh, no, I'm not letting him go. Or, homeboy, I'm not letting her go. Or the women, well, I don't have, I'm not in a relationship, I just have friends. You know what that means. Could you imagine what one man has to go through if a woman has 3 or 4 dudes that's doing something for her? With that one man, you want that one man to have to foot the bill for all 3 dudes or all 4 dudes that you have in the cut. You want to throw all that on one dude. And this is why a lot of people, a lot of women, a lot of men stay single. But y'all want to hear that, though. Maybe y'all listen to it, though, when it finally happens to you. And you realize, damn, 6-10 years went by and I'm still single. And you're older now. Your looks isn't the same anymore. Your body done fell off. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, man, y'all trip.